Yo, what's up, guys? It's Noah here. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking through a couple NBA props I like on Prizepicks for today's slate on Monday, January the 30th. We got an 8-game Monday slate, so we got a decent sized slate today, guys. I got two picks I want to share with you guys in this video. Got two fantasy score props I like. Taking a first look at the board, at the time I'm making this video. So as always, we're going to talk through these two plays. We're going to share why I like them. Before we do get started with the breakdown, though, if you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos and if they do help you out, please hit that like button down below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button as well if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks, if you have never checked out Prizepicks before, you can sign up with my promo code Noah. If you do look at the bottom of the screen, when you sign up with promo code Noah, Prizepicks will match your first deposit up to $100. So definitely give them a try if you have not yet. If you bet player props on a sports book or any other site and you haven't played on Prizepicks yet, they're a little bit different than your traditional sports book. On Prizepicks, there's no odds, there's no there's no like juice or anything like that. It's all a fixed payout. So no matter what picks you take, more or less, over or under, it all pays out the same. You get 3x for a 2-pick entry, and then the payouts change based on how many picks you make. You can do flex play or power play. It's very simple. It'll tell you the payout once you make your selection. So definitely give Prizepicks a try, guys. Use that code Noah. When you sign up, you will get your first deposit matched up to $100. I know I didn't make any NBA videos over the weekend. I haven't really been doing NBA on the weekends. I still post on Patreon during the weekends, but I haven't really been making a ton of NBA content on YouTube on the weekends. But I think I'm going to try and start making NBA videos on the weekends now that the NFL season is kind of coming to an end. Obviously, we had the Super Bowl in 2 weeks, but there's no NFL, till the next 2 weeks, and then after that, the NFL season will be over. So I'm gonna try and start making more NBA videos on the weekends. Always try and make videos Monday through Friday at least. And we do have the All-Star break coming up in like 2 weeks, so I definitely want to try and pump out some content before the All-Star break. But let's talk through the two picks I do like for this Monday slate, guys. We're gonna start off with my man Dennis Schroeder. I want to talk about Dennis Schroeder's fantasy score. It's sitting at 28.5. And I do actually like the over here for Dennis Schroeder. Now, the big news for the Lakers today is this is the front end of a back-to-back, and they've already ruled out LeBron and Anthony Davis. So LeBron and Anthony Davis are both going to be out for the Lakers tonight. It's a matchup against the Nets. I think this is a game that can stay competitive, even though the Lakers don't have LeBron or AD. The spread in this game is 9 points. Like the Nets are favored by 9 at home. But this Nets team without Kevin Durant, I really just don't think they're that good without Kevin Durant. I mean, they literally lost to the Pistons the other day. I think this is a game that can stay competitive. I think the Lakers can keep this game close. And when you look without LeBron and without AD, who are going to be the guys that can really, create their own offense, soak up usage? It's going to be Russell Westbrook. It's going to be Dennis Schroeder. Could be maybe Rui Hachimura. We'll see, his role for tonight, what it's like. But Schroeder has been a guy that has really benefited without LeBron and without AD. And if you look at the court IQ, the on-off splits this season with those two guys off the floor, take LeBron off the floor, take AD off the floor. I took Kendrick Nunn off the floor as well because Kendrick Nunn obviously is no longer on the team. And Schroeder is second on the team in usage, 26.8% usage rate in the minutes that he's played without those three guys. And he's averaged a very solid 1.03 fantasy points per minute. So he's been a fantasy point per minute player without AD, without LeBron, without Nunn. He's going to play 34, 35, 36 minutes. We know the minutes are going to be there because he's one of the few guys on this roster right now that can create offense and can create his own shot. And he's played 7 games without LeBron this season. But I do want to mention that 3 of those games were with Anthony Davis. So Schroeder has technically played 4 games this season without LeBron and without Anthony Davis. In those 4 games, he's put up 26.5 fantasy points in 28 minutes. 36.8 fantasy points in 29 minutes, 50.8 fantasy points in 40 minutes, and then their most recent game without LeBron and without AD, Schroeder put up 28.6 fantasy points in 34 minutes. So he's over this line in all three of his last 3 games without AD, without LeBron. The game against Toronto, he came up just short, but he also only played 28 minutes in that game. Again, I think we can expect 34, 35, 36 minutes from Schroeder today. You look at his recent games, with LeBron and with AD, he played 37.5 minutes against Boston. He played 37.5 minutes against San Antonio, 36 minutes against Portland, 32 minutes. He's played at least 32 minutes in 5 straight games. And obviously, we can expect the minutes to be even more secure as one of the kind of lead facilitators and lead offensive guys for this Lakers team. So I expect Schroeder to be productive when he's on the floor. His permanent production has been good without LeBron and without AD. He's one of the few guys left on this Lakers roster that can really soak up usage, can create his own shot. So that's going to be the first pick that I take is Dennis Schroeder to have more than 28.5 fantasy score. And then the other pick I like, another fantasy score prop. I feel like I've bet on this guy a few times this season, and I don't think he's come through for me very often. But this fantasy score line for Rudy Gobert, in my opinion, does look a little bit too low. We're going to be taking Rudy Gobert to have more than 34.5 fantasy score. Since Gobert has played and come back from his injury, he's been pretty productive, and the minutes have been pretty good as well. So you look over his last 4 games, these are the 4 games he's played since coming back from injury. He suffered that injury against Utah. But in the last 4 games, he's played really good minutes, and obviously, as you can see, he's gone over this line in 3 out of his last 4 games. Against Houston, he played 35.5 minutes. Against the Pelicans, he played 34.5 minutes. Against Memphis, he played 31.5. And then against Sacramento, in their most recent game, he played 36. Obviously, this is the same matchup today, so they're playing Sacramento again today. I think this is a pretty decent spot for Gobert. Sacramento, they play fast. This is a game that has a really high total. It's got a 237.5 total, which is one of the highest on the slate. It's got a pretty close spread as well, so this should be a really high-scoring and competitive game. Domantas Sabonis is a really good offensive big, but he's not like this elite defender. And Gobert, he's going to get a lot of his production on the glass, from putbacks, from blocking shots. And I think with De'Aaron Fox driving to the basket, there'll definitely be some some shot opportunity or some opportunities for Gobert to block shots. With him being under the basket, guarding Sabonis, there's going to be plenty of rebound opportunities, plenty of putback opportunities. I think this spot's pretty decent for Rudy Gobert. And you look at his permanent production this season without Karl-Anthony Towns. It's worth noting that he played, or a lot of the games he played without Towns to begin the season, he was pretty bad in those games. When his permanent production at the beginning of the year was pretty bad, but he's kind of started to get into a groove lately. On the season, though, without Towns on the floor, Gobert has averaged 1.06 fantasy points per minute, so he's been a fantasy point per minute player. Throughout his career, he's been like a 1.2, 1.3 fantasy points per minute player. His permanent production has been down with the Timberwolves this season. But as of late, the permanent production has been good. The minutes have been good as well. Gobert is listed as questionable with a groin injury, but he's been questionable for all these games that he's played in, and I assume he'll play today. So I'm not too worried about that groin injury that he's got, even though he's listed as questionable. Again, he's been questionable for all these games, and he's played all these games, and he's played full minutes in all these games as well. So I'm expecting 34, 35, 36 minutes from Gobert in what should be a very fast-paced, high-scoring, competitive game. When Gobert plays 34, 35, 36 minutes, I would bank on him going over this fantasy score line more times than not, because he is a fantasy point per minute player. He's better than a fantasy point per minute player. He's a guy that can score, can rebound, he can block shots as well. He can have games where he gets 3, 4, 5 blocks. He can get those defensive stats, and for fantasy score, those are very huge because they're worth 3 points each. Getting games where Gobert gets 3, 4, 5 blocks, those add up really quickly when you take fantasy score. So those are going to be the 2 props I like, guys. Taking a first look at the board right now when I'm making this video. Again, I'm going to have some more props shared over on Patreon for today. As always, I do provide NBA plays usually every day. I didn't post any NBA yesterday because I was just watching the NFL games, but usually I post NBA every day on Patreon. I'm trying to post NBA videos as much as I can on YouTube as well. Going to try and start uploading some videos on the weekend if possible too, but these are 2 picks I like for Monday's slate: Dennis Schroeder and Rudy Gobert to go over their fantasy score line. 28.5 for Schroeder, 34.5 for Gobert. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this video did help. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to the channel, and again, if you've never checked out Prizepicks before, you can sign up for Prizepicks and use my promo code NOAH. Prizepicks will match your first deposit up to $100 when you do sign up with my promo code. Definitely check them out if you have not yet. But good luck today on this Monday slate, guys. Hopefully we can all make some money tonight, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.